Yes, good morning guys to all of you. Please tell me, am I properly audible and visible to all of you or not? Then we are starting the session guys. So as you remember guys, today's topic is going to be nothing but the complex numbers or complex variables. And guys, this topic, okay, Ashray, Sanjay, good morning to all of you guys. So am I properly audible and visible to all of you? Please tell me that. My voice is coming. Yes, Bora Prakash, good morning. Dears, complex number for gate in civil is not there. Okay, this topic whenever we are talking about is there for engineering services, but for gate it is not there for civil. Okay, for gate it is not there for civil. Okay. So guys, today we are going to talk about the complex variables, and tomorrow the last session would be at 9 p.m. that would be related to probability. Okay. So we are starting guys. So as you know that this is some detail about myself, and yes Vinay, then guys this is the Telegram channel Mechanical by Dheeraj Sardana, where you will get the PDF of this session, and then guys, this is very important about 31st January. It means tomorrow there is a workshop, that is how to crack the gate in first attempt. The complete roadmap from 1st February 2024 to January 2025 will be taken by Abhinav Negi sir. Yes Shreyas, good morning. And guys, now we are talking about this on 3rd of February. On 3rd of February, as the mechanical engineering paper is there, and 4th February civil paper is there. So just after your exam guys, for mechanical also, for civil also, just after exam we will be live for the analysis, where we will be telling you about the answer keys, solutions of the memory based question, and also we would be telling you about expected cutoff. Yes Faninder, good morning. Lakshmi, good morning. Yes Lasya, this is not for civil gate. If you are preparing for engineering services, then yes, you have to study this, but for gate, complex variable is not there for civil engineering paper. Okay, so guys, now we are moving further. What are the various topics we are going to see here? Okay, what are the various topics we are going to see here? As I already told you, because we are studying just 10 days before exam, or now only 5 days are there for exam. So we cannot go for each and everything. We are going for as per exam point of view. If this session would have been 2 months back, then I would be telling you everything, every derivation, CR equation and all. But right now we are not going for any derivation. We are just going as per the exam point of view. But if you attend this session, you will be able to make all the questions, that is for sure. So what are the things today we are going to discuss? Krupa, I don't understand what you are saying actually. So these are the topics which we are going to start with. We will be starting with the analytical function. Then we will see the Cauchy integral theorem. Then we will see the Cauchy integration formula. And guys, if you see the syllabus, in the syllabus these three things are mentioned. And after that they have mentioned the Lorentz series and Taylor series. Lorentz series and Taylor series. In the syllabus only this is mentioned majorly. But we will be going for residues and residue theorem also, because some of the question you may be able to solve it very easily by the residue theorem. Okay, Kunal, good morning. So we are starting guys now. Okay, so now my dear, first of all, what is analytical function? Before we go to the analytical function, I would like to tell you, like whenever you are going to show a complex number like let us say z, it is x plus iota y. I feel everybody would be knowing that iota is shown by square root of -1. And I would also like to tell you 2-3 more basic things which are maybe you are also knowing as well. So you know that x-axis here, whenever we were talking about the roots of a quadratic equation, when you were in the 11th class, complex numbers came just after the quadratic equation, if you remember. And how they are coming, for that just give me a minute, so that I can show you 2-3 extra slides, so that we can start it from the very basic. Okay, so that if you are not having some idea, then you will be getting a basic idea that what we are going for. So guys, let us say we are having an equation that x square plus x plus 1. You know this is a quadratic equation. If I say find out the roots of this quadratic equation, so you know what is the root? It is going to be x is equals to minus b plus minus b square minus 4ac. So it is minus b plus minus b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. So if you will see, the roots will be coming 1 plus minus square root of minus 3 divided by 2. You can also write it as 1 by 2 plus minus. Now minus 1 ka square root is iota. So it is iota root 3 by 2. So when this type of thing came, then my dear, previously, like you know, these are the roots of the equation. So previously when we are talking about the solution, you were taking just x-axis and here you were telling what are the solutions. But here whenever this iota terms comes, then guys, on x-axis we started showing the real number and we started showing a complex plane where y-axis was shown by iota. It was shown by plus iota, it was shown by minus iota. Why? Because you can see complex number, whenever they are coming in the form of conjugate. Means one will be plus, other will be minus. So that is why we are showing this axis by plus iota, this by minus iota. So generally we are writing a complex number z as a plus iota b. So when we are going to write a plus iota b, or you can write it as x plus iota y. So when we are writing x plus iota y, here x and y are the real numbers. Okay, x and y are the real number, but you know square root of minus 1, that is defined as iota. We are going just with the basics. Okay. So guys, sir, could you put black background please? Dear, now this is a PPT. In PPT, in the running class, I cannot change the background. Okay. So Rohit, good morning. So that is not possible for me to change the background right now in the running class. Okay. But yes, I will try to. If you want, I can write by black. Okay, that I can do. So when we are talking about this, guys, you are going to get xy as real, z is equals to a plus iota b or x plus iota y. This is how we are representing. And guys, I would like to tell you one more thing. If you want to show this number, let us say we have z is equals to 2 plus 3 iota. Then my dear, you know here xy are 2 comma 3. So if you define here 1, 2, 3, 4, likewise 1, 2, 3, 4. So you know 2 plus 3 iota can be represented in the complex plane with a point 2 comma 3. I am guaranteeing you that if you are attending this session, you will be able to make each and every question of complex number, even for previous years as well. So if you want to represent this point 2 comma 3, this is 2 here and 3 here. So this point will be 2 comma 3. This point will be 2 comma 3. And if this point is 2 comma 3, you would be joining this with the origin. And this is some angle, okay, which you were previously calling it as slope. Here this theta is said to be the argument. So if they are asking you argument of z, it means you need to tell this theta value. Is it clear for everyone? So if they are asking you about the argument, you need to tell about the theta value. Is it clear, Rohit, Ashray, Kunal? So I am going with very basics, okay. In mechanical, previous years question are having some question from the basics as well. But majority questions will be from the analytical function and all. So we are starting with very basic. Now guys, after that I would also like to tell you, like if we are going to write z as x plus iota y, then you know the mode of z is defined as square root of x square plus y square. Okay, this is also defined like that. And if we want to write like z by z bar, you know z bar means z conjugate. So it is z is, if z is x plus iota y, we can write z bar as x minus iota y. Sometimes they will be giving you this ratio and they will be saying like you need to find out the mode, you need to find out the argument. So for such cases, you need to convert it in such a form that iota should not come in the denominator. For that you would be multiplying it with x plus iota y and you would be dividing it with x plus iota y. I will be showing you this type of questions in previous year's gate. So you would be getting a plus b, a plus b. So here you would be getting a plus b ka whole square. Then in the denominator a minus b, a plus b, it would be x square minus iota y ka square. Now my dear, you can write it as x square plus iota square y square plus 2 iota xy divided by, it is x square minus iota square y square. You know iota is square root of minus 1. So iota square is minus 1. when you will be putting this value, you would be getting z by mod z, z by z bar is equals to, it is coming out to be what? X square minus y square, then plus 2 iota xy divided by, here it will become x square plus y square. So you can see x square plus y square is nothing but mod z ka square. So it is coming out to be x square minus y square plus 2 iota xy divided by mod z. Now you know mod z is a scalar number, so that is why now you can write z by z bar, and if you want to write the mode of this, it would be coming out to be you know what, okay. And also you can write it like x square minus y square divided by x square plus y square. This is going to be the one term, and plus 2 iota divided by x square plus y square. So you can also write it in this way. So this is how you can write this complex number. I feel everybody is getting this. This is the basics and fundamentals which I want to tell you before starting the part, okay. Now my dear, you would be defining the complex number like f of z as u plus iota v. This way you would be writing, where u and v would be definitely found out to be the function of x and y. So this is how we are going to define now a complex number, and now we are starting the session with the proper heading from which your syllabus is starting. So all these things whatever I have told you, they are 11th class thing, okay. Now I am going on to the engineering mathematics from where the GATE syllabus is starting. In the GATE syllabus you will find the very first heading as analytical function. So whenever we are talking about analytical function, here they have given, let us say w is a complex number which is f of z u plus iota y. Here u and y are the function of xy. Then my dear, you can say that it is an analytical function if it is going to follow the Cauchy-Riemann equation. What is Cauchy-Riemann equation? Cauchy-Riemann equation is having some conditions which are said to be necessary and sufficient condition. That is necessary and sufficient condition. What are those necessary and sufficient condition, guys? First condition is there are some partial derivatives like del u by del x, like del u by del y, like del v by del x, like del v by del y. These should exist, okay. All these partial derivatives should exist. It means they should be differentiable. If they are existing and differentiable, then the second condition which should be satisfied is del u by del x is equals to del v by del y. They are partial derivatives, and del u by del y is equals to minus del v by del x. I am telling you guys, 75 to 80% of the previous year's question are asked from here only. That's why we are going to do practice here also. We are going to do practice for all the topics, okay. So this is what you need to understand. So guys, 75 to 80% are asked just from here, okay. So everybody understood, guys? This equation you need to have in your blood. Even if you are sleeping, you would be able to write this equation, because they are going to be utilized in every question you will feel if it is not from the complex integration, okay. Before complex integration, every question is there from these equations, okay. This is Cauchy-Riemann equation. Now guys, there is some definition which is said to be harmonic function. So guys, when we are talking about harmonic function, a function is, if you are talking about the mechanical engineering specifically, or when we are going to define vibrations, then you must have seen I was simply saying if you find a sine or cos term, that function is said to be harmonic function. But the real definition is not that. That is just with respect to vibration I told you, because they are SHM type of motion you were studying. But here a function which satisfies the Laplace equation in 2 dimensions is called the harmonic function. But then what is the Laplace equation in 2 dimensions? The Laplace equation in 2 dimensions is del square phi by del x square plus del square phi by del y square is equals to 0. So if you are saying phi is a harmonic function, it must satisfy this, okay, it must satisfy this. And even like previously you were saying that you are having a complex number f of z that is equals to u plus iota v. If this is an analytical function, you have said that it must satisfy the Cauchy-Riemann equation, and also the second condition here is u and v should be harmonic function. And if I am saying u and v should be harmonic function, what do you mean by that? It means that u and v will satisfy the Laplace equation, which is del square u by del x square plus del square u by del y square is equals to 0, del square v by del x square plus del square v by del y square. I have taken the things in the written just because ki we can save our time. I know the time is very crucial for you. Okay, so guys, now we are moving further from the very first question. From the question your understanding will be better. The very first question in front of you is this: the value of m for which the function 2x minus x square plus my square is harmonic. So you can see that function is given as f of x. It is equals to 2x minus x square plus my square. So you would be assuming this function to be phi. You need to see that del square phi by del x square plus del square phi by del y square, that is equals to 0. When you will be equating it to 0, you would be getting the value of m. I want you to try this question, guys. I want you to try this question. This is a previous year gate question. This is a previous year gate question. Just solve it. And guys, do like and share the session. Do like and share the session. Solve this question, guys. Phi is given to you. And guys, I would also like to tell you one very important thing, that today at 6 p.m. on BYJU'S exam prep app, you are having a practice session, if you remember. That is going to be from last 3 years mathematics question. Last 3 years mathematics question would be solved. Okay, not all the questions, most important questions of that from all the branches. Okay, so that session is 6 p.m. on the BYJU'S exam prep app. Farinder is saying the answer is A. What about others? Yes, Kunal is saying the answer is A. What about others? What about others? What about others? Please tell me. Please tell me. Shreyas is saying the answer is A. And yes, the answer is A, correct. So first of all, you will be going for del phi by del x. When I would be finding out del phi by del x, it is going to be partial derivative with respect to x, so y will become constant. It is 2 minus 2x. Okay, when you will be going for del square phi by del x square, you would be getting it to be minus 2. Okay, then I will be going for del phi by del y. Del phi by del y is giving me these two terms will become constant, it is 2my. And then del square phi by del y square, it will be 2m. So I would be saying that minus 2 plus 2m is equals to 0. From here m will be coming out to be 1. Answer is A for this. Very good, guys. Majority of you have given the right answer only. Moving to the next question, guys. This question is from analytical function. They are saying that fz x square plus ay square plus iota bxy is a complex number. This is also a previous year question of GATE. Okay, and they are saying here z is x plus iota y, where I is minus 1 ka square root, then a b values are. So I am telling you, if it is analytical function, it will follow the CR equation, which is del u by del x is equals to del v by del y. Okay, and you know del second is del v by del x minus del u by del y, or you can also write it in the way of del u by del y is equals to minus del v by del x. Okay, guys, so this is how you can solve this question. This is how you can solve this question. Just try and give the answer for this, everybody. So you know that here u is this. So I am writing u is x square plus ay square and v is bxy. Now I feel you can solve it by your own. I want answer from your side, guys. Try to solve it, Ashray, Faninder, Shreyas. If you are attending this 1.5 hour session, I am saying that you are going to be master in complex numbers, PYQs, questions, GATE, and you would be able to answer it perfectly. Faninder have given the answer as B. I am waiting for others to answer. Faninder have given the answer as B. I am waiting others to answer. Yes. Shreyas is saying also the same. B is the answer. Kunal is also saying the same. B is the answer. What about others? Please tell me, guys. Yes, Gautam is also saying B is the correct answer actually. Okay, B is the correct answer. Sarath बहुत बढ़िया. B is the correct answer. Akhil बहुत बढ़िया. B is the correct answer. So you would be saying del U by del X. That will be coming out to be 2x. Then you would be saying that del V by del Y, it is Bx. So when you would be equating these two, which is our first relation, you would be getting 2x is equals to Bx. So B would be coming out to be 2. B is 2 here, B is 2 here, B is 2 here. So only I know A cannot be the answer, B, C, D can be the answer. So both relations needs to be used. Then you will be finding out del V by del X. Del V by del X will be By. It means 2y. And then del U by del Y. Del U by del Y will be 2ay. So I 2ay. Okay, you need to just use the second relation, which is del U by del Y is minus del V by del X. So you would be writing 2ay is equals to minus 2y. A is coming out to be minus 1. So by getting the value, you can say the answer is B for this. Very good, guys. B is the right answer. Moving further, guys. Now this is the next question. This is also a previous year's gate. All questions are taken from PYQs. Only some questions. Some are there from other than PYQs, some also. Okay. For an analytical function fx plus iota y, u plus iota v, where u is 3x square minus 3y square, find out the expression for v considering k to be constant. This is the next type of questions. Okay. This you can also do by checking the options also. Okay. Because you know the relation. So you can check the options also, but I would be doing as per the complete process. Will you try this or shall I solve it for you? This is a new type of question for this class. Will you try this or shall I start solving? Please tell me. Will you try this or shall I start it? Okay, try. Then try this. Then try this. Then try, guys. Yes, everybody. I am giving you time. And then I will be solving in front of you the same question. This type of questions have been there more in number. Okay. This is from the heading of analytical functions only. Four options are there. This type of question I have seen at least 8 to 10 questions are there in previous years. Just similar to this question. Even this itself is a PYQ. Sanket is saying A and Faninder is saying D. Okay. What about others? What about others? Kunal is saying D. Yes. Majority बढ़ रही है सही आंसर की तरफ. Shreyas is also saying D is the right answer, guys. So if you see this question, you are given u as equals to 3x square minus 3y square. First of all, you would be finding out del u by del x, which is coming out to be 6x. Then you will be finding out del u by del y, which will be coming out to be minus 6y. Now you would be writing fz, which is u plus iota v. Then you will be writing f dash z. I am telling you the complete procedure, and here whatever procedure I am following, that is also known as Milne-Thomson method. Okay, so I am going for this with the question only, Milne-Thomson method. F dash z can be written as I am differentiating with respect to x, del u by del x plus iota del v by del x. I can also write it as del u by del x. I will be applying the analytical function. With that, you know that del v by del x. That del v by del x, what is the relation between them? So it can be written as minus del u by del y. So if I would be writing here minus del u by del y. So I can write now f dash z as equals to del u by del x minus iota del u by del y. So when you would be writing it, you can write it as 6x minus minus will become plus iota 6y. You can write it as 6x plus iota y. So when you get this, the next step as per the Milne-Thomson method is put y is equals to 0 and x is equals to z. When you would be putting x is equals to z, y is equals to 0, then f dash z would be coming out to be 6z. Now if you want fz, you need to integrate. Fz will be coming out to be 6 into z square by 2. And when you are integrating, some constant of integration will be coming. Now listen to me properly. If the constant of integration you are writing, here which part is missing? V is missing. V is the real coefficient of imaginary part. So if we are finding out the imaginary part, then guys, the constant will also be imaginary. So I would be writing iota c. If you are going to find out, like V is given, U is to be found out, then the constant will be real. And if the complete complex number is unknown to us, then constant will be having both the terms, c plus iota, c1 plus iota c2, like that. So here we know the missing is V, which is going to be with iota. So that's why constant will also be having the iota. So guys, when you get 6z square by 2 plus iota c. Now you know that z is defined as x plus iota y. Yes or no? So I would be putting this value 6 x plus iota y ka square divided by 2 plus iota c. Is it clear, guys? Is it clear, guys? Is it clear, guys? So you would be solving it now 3. Now x square plus iota y square is minus y square. Then plus 2 iota xy. And you would be writing plus iota c. From here you can write 3 x square minus 3y square plus 6xy plus c into iota. You can see this is nothing but u. It was given to you. This was nothing but u. It was given to you. So obviously this is going to be v. So v is 6xy plus c. So here they have considered constant as k. So 6xy plus k. Everybody understood? Please tell me that. So answer will be D for this. Clear for everyone? This is and this is going to be the procedure. So the best thing about this chapter is procedures are defined. If you are following procedure, you will be reaching to the final answer. So questions asked in previous years from this chapter are not difficult at all. I have seen that. They are easier. You can very easily do them if you know the procedure. So guys, next question. Now this is a very easy question. And as this question is saying, consider the complex valued function. Fz is 2z cube plus b mod z ka cube, where z is a complex value of b for which fz is analytical. So you know, for analytical there are two conditions. For analytical there are two conditions. One condition was differentiable. And second condition was, you know that it was del u by del x is equals to del v by del y, and del u by del y is equals to minus del v by del x. So if you say differentiable, mod z is not differentiable. So if mod z is not differentiable, this term should not be there. So for that b should be 0. So this is a very simple question, but this can come in numerical answer type question. Is it clear? बाउंड्री कंडीशन रोहित पाल मैं और भी क्वेश्चंस में यूज करूंगा, आपको बस पुट करना होता है y इज इक्वल टू 0, x बराबर z. That is the step you need to follow. Okay, now I will not go into why we are following this, that for that you need to wait for when I will take class for gate 25. Okay, for 24 you just remember this, the procedure is like that. Okay, so I will be using this in other questions also, like this is a question for an analytical function fz u plus iota v, u plus v is given as 2x into 1 minus y, and you need to find the fz in terms of z. So can you try this? Can you try this, guys? Can you try this? This is also a PYQ, but here I have not given the options. Will you try this? Tell me. For that, how to move further, I am giving you some hint. You would be writing fz is equals to u plus iota v, you know that. And they have given a relation u plus v, 2x into 1 minus y. This question you just see how I am doing, then a similar question you would be trying, I will give you. Okay, so how to solve this I am telling you. First of all, you would be differentiating it like del u by del x plus del v by del x. When I am differentiating it with respect to x, 2x will become 2 into 1 minus y. Okay, because 1 minus y term will become constant. Now my dear, like I have differentiated with respect to x, I would be going with respect to y. Del u by del y plus del v by del x. Sorry, del v by del y. Now I am differentiating with respect to y, so 2x term will remain the same. 2x term will remain the same. 1 minus y ka differentiation is minus 1. You can also write it as del u by del y. Now you know that when I am writing del u by del y plus del v by del y, that is equals to minus 2x. You know that when we are talking about this del u by del y, this is del v by del y, you know that we can convert it in such a format where you would be getting all the terms with respect to x. So you know del u by del y, when we are writing del u by del y, it can be written as minus del v by del x. So you can write it as del u by del x plus del v by del x is equals to 2 into 1 minus y, and you can write del u by del y as del v by del x. So when I will be putting this in this equation, you would be getting del v by del x, you would be putting del v by del x, then plus we are having del v by del y, which is nothing but del u by del x, is equals to minus 2x. If you see this as equation 1, this as equation 2, can you see that here del v by del x, if I add these two equations, here del v by del x, here minus del v by del x will get cancelled out, and when these two terms will get cancelled out, I would be getting 2 times del u by del x is equals to, yes, please tell me guys, are you getting it or not? Please tell me, are you getting it or not? Please tell me, are you getting it or not? You are going to get here 2 minus 2y minus 2x. If 2 will be cancelling out, you are going to get del u by del x. Del u by del x. What you are getting here? You are getting here 2 minus 2y minus 2x will be 1 minus y minus x. 1 minus y minus x. So everybody understood what we have done? Please tell me till this point. Everybody understand? Please tell me what we have done till this point. Everybody understood or not? We found out del u by del x. We found out del u by del x. And guys, we found out del u by del x just by addition of these two. If I am going to subtract these two, then these two terms will get cancelled out and these two will be added up. This time I am subtracting 2 from 1. So I would be getting del u by del x. Okay, when you are going to subtract it, these two terms will get cancelled out and this will get add up. So you would be getting 2 times del v by del x is equals to, when you are subtracting, it would be this minus this. So 2 minus 2y plus 2x. So we are going to get here del v by del x 1 minus y plus x. You know that we are writing fz as u plus iota v. When I am going for f dash z, I can write it as del u by del x plus iota del v by del x. If you see, I know the both values. I can write f dash z very easily because I know what is del u by del x. It is 1 minus y minus x, and plus iota, I have what? I have 1 minus y plus x. Till this point, everybody is clear or not? Please tell me that. So once I get this value, now you know the procedure as per the Milne-Thomson method. You will put x barabar z and y barabar 0. When you will be putting x barabar z, y barabar 0, you would be getting f dash z. Let me cross check this value. Is it correct? First of all, tell me, is it correct or not? 1 minus x minus y, and this we are getting. So yes, when you will be putting this f dash z, 1 minus y, you are putting y to be 0. You would be getting here 1 minus z. 1 minus z plus iota. And here you are going to get, it is 1 plus z. 1 plus z. So guys, now you know the next step. You are going to integrate. Here you would be getting after integration as fz. That is coming out to be, what is 1 ka integration? Z minus z square by 2 plus iota z plus z square by 2. Everybody understood, guys? This is how we are going to do this type of question. I know this is lengthy procedure, that's why this type of questions are very less. I have seen only 1 to 2 questions are there of this type, and those 2 questions I have taken in my class. Please tell me, everybody understood this or not? What we have done, I am once again showing you. Whenever you are given a function in this format, u plus v, you would be going for partially derivative with respect to x, with respect to y. After going for that, you will apply the analytical functions, you can say the conditions of analytical function. When I will apply like that, both the equations will be coming in terms of such a way that here del v by del x will get cancelled, so I will be getting del u by del x. On addition and subtraction, I will get the value of del u by del x and del v by del x. After getting that, I will define fz u plus iota v. I will differentiate it. I will put the value. I will put x is equals to z, y is equals to 0, and I will get the function finally. Okay, so if you understood this, I am going to do one more question of this type. Both the questions which are being there in PYQ I have taken. This is the second question. This time the question is, for this analytical function, this time u minus v is given. The procedure will remain the same. U minus v is given as e to the power x into cos y minus sin y. Okay, so will you try this or shall I do it for you? Will you try this or shall I do it for you? The procedure will remain the same. Those who understood, they can try by their self. Those who do not understood, they watch at the board. I am doing. Okay. First step is, I would be going for del u by del x minus del v by del x. When I am going to write this, y is constant, so it would be e ki power x cos y minus sin y as it is. Then my dear, I am going to go for del u by del y this time minus del v by del y. This time you know y is variable, so e ki power x is constant. Cos y will become minus sin y, sin y will become cos y. Okay, now my dear, I will be going for analytical function. You know del u by del y del u by del y can be written as, or I can also write del v by del y, whatever you want to write. You know that del u by del x, I am writing the analytical function condition, del v by del y. Okay, so if I put this value here, I would be getting del u by del y minus, okay, second condition also I am writing del u by del y minus del v by del x. So we need to see which condition we are going to put so that we can go for the previous iterations like we have done. So you know that if we are going to find out del u by del x and del u by del y, so if I will be considering this del u by del y, del v by del y, del v by del y can be written as del u by del x. So I will be putting this. When I will be putting this, I would be getting here, this is del u by del x minus del v by del x is equals to e की power x cos y minus sin y. A lot of calculations are involved here, guys. So I would be putting this del u by del x is del v by del y. So when I will be putting this, you know, del u by del y, and this can be written as, okay, I feel both should be changed now. Del v by del x, del v by del x, del v by del x is minus del u by del y. So it will be minus del u by del y. If I am putting like this, minus del u by del y, and you know that the second is nothing but this is minus del v by del y. So this is del v by del y is del u by del x. Now I have put it is equals to e की power x. Are you getting it, guys, what I am doing? Minus sin y minus cos y. Now my dear, you know, if I will be adding both the term, both the equation, this is 1, this is 2. When I am going to do 1 plus 2, when I am going for 1 plus 2, you know that del u by del x will get cancelled out. Here I will be getting 2 del u by del y. 2 del u by del y, that will be coming out to be addition. So you know, you can write it e की power x is common everywhere. Here it will be cos y minus sin y, and minus sin y minus cos y. This is addition. Cos y will get cancelled out. You would be getting del u by del y is equals to minus e की power x sin y, because 2 will get cancelled out. This is the value of del u by del y. This is the value of del u by del y. This is the value of del u by del y. This is the value of del u by del y. Okay, guys. Now we are going to subtract. If you want to subtract, you know what will be done here. This time this del u by del y will get cancelled out. These two will be added up. So I would be writing 2 times del u by del x. This time subtraction is going on. So this is e की power x cos y minus sin y, e की power x cos y minus sin y. And in subtraction this will become minus sin y minus cos y will become plus sin y plus cos y. Plus sin y plus cos y. Sin y will get cancelled out. So guys, what I would be getting, del u by del x is equals to e की power x 2 cos y. So cos y. This is del u by del x. Are you doing it or not? Are you getting it or not? This is how we can do. So when we are getting del u by del x, now you can write fz as u plus iota v. Then my dear, I would be going, guys, only this much part. This type of questions are slightly lengthy. Other questions from integral theorem are very easy. Okay. So fz is u plus iota, but as I promised you that I will be covering all the types, so I am doing all these things. So when we are going to find out f dash of z, it would be coming out to be del u by del x plus iota del v by del x. You can write it as del u by del x, and we have del u by del x and del u by del y. So I can write it as minus I times del u by del y. Now I just need to put the value. I can find out f dash z. What is del u by del x? It is e की power x cos y. Then we are having minus iota. Del u by del y. Del u by del y is minus e की power x sin y. You need to do the same, put y is equals to 0, x is equals to z. F dash z will be coming out to be e की power z. And fz will be coming out to be what? What we are getting as fz? It is e की power z plus constant. Is it clear for everyone? Please tell me that. You can also write it as fz e की power. Okay, sometime when you have eccentricity, sorry, when you have e का function, then you can also write it like e की power x plus iota y. This is going to be plus c. E की power x into e की power iota y, which can also be written as e की power x cos y plus iota sin y. Everybody know that we can write it like that plus constant. Is it clear for everyone? This is the final answer. Everybody understood that? That e to the power iota theta can be written as cos, this is the polar form, cos theta plus iota sin theta. This is the polar form. But this much everybody should be knowing, otherwise how we can go for it? Is it clear for everyone? So we have done these types of questions which are basically from analytical function. Now we are moving to the second important part, which is Cauchy's integral formula. And I am telling you that part is going to be relatively easier. If you remember the formula, you can very easily do that. Okay? Yes, Ashray, Kunal, Shreyas, Shubham, everybody, are you getting, guys? Shall we move on? The next formula is going to be related to Cauchy's integral theorem. So guys, when we are talking about the Cauchy's integral theorem, now from here direct questions are coming where some integrals are defined. So let us say if you are going to have a closed curve, if you are going to have this as a closed curve and which is going in anti-clockwise direction, it is defined like that. And then my dear, let us say a function fz is analytical in this. Function fz is analytical in this. So if fz is analytical in this, then the cyclic integral on this curve C, fz dz, will be coming out to be 0. Obviously, if it is analytical, when you are saying cyclic integral, the starting and end point will become same, so the integration will be coming out to be 0. Okay, so in this entire region and as on the surface of the curve, if you are going to get fz as analytical function, then fz dz is going to be 0. Okay, hi Hari. So we are going to see one question on that, then we will be entering into the Cauchy's integral formula. So the question we have like this. This is a cyclic integral of 4z minus 3, z minus 4, z minus 5. So how to do this type of question? First of all, my dear, they would be giving you the curve, that is mod z is equals to 2. Whenever you are given a curve like that, mod z is equals to 2, I would like to say you can write it as this is z minus 0 as equals to 2. So you can also write it as root 2 ka square. Or you can say this is actually not root 2 ka square. Whenever you are given like this, it is actually giving you the equation of a circle. It is actually giving you the equation of a circle. And if you see the question, this is giving you the circle with radius is equals to 2. Right hand side is nothing but the radius. So if it is a circle with radius is equals to 2, if you see this is z minus 4, z minus 5, you have to put the denominator equals to 0. When you would be putting z minus 4 into z minus 5 is equals to 0, you can see that z will be either 4 or 5. So guys, these two things are said to be the poles. And you see, whenever z is 4 and 5, function is not defined. because at z is equals to 4 or z is equals to 5, this will become infinity. Function will not be defined. If it is not defined, it is not analytical. Is it clear? Yes, very good. But if you see these poles point 4 and 5, they will be coming here and here, 4 and 5. But our circle is over at point 2 only. So these points are not coming inside the curve. And you know, Cauchy's integral theorem says that if these points are not coming inside the curve, so inside the curve function is analytical. And if inside the curve function is analytical, I can write the cyclic integral of 4z minus 3 divided by z minus 4 into z minus 5 dz is equals to 0. Because whatever the poles are coming, they are coming outside the circle. So in the circle it is defined. If someone is asking you by giving a normal function like that, and he is saying you that where it is defined, yes, up to 2 it is defined, because 4 and 5 are not coming inside the circle. So in that region, yes, you can say it is going to be defined and analytical. That's why the answer for this cyclic integral on this curve will be 0. Okay, but yes, there would be chances where you would be given some points like poles are coming inside the circle. Then how to proceed? For that we are given the Cauchy's integral formula. Okay, are you getting it, guys? Shubham Shashwat answer is not minus 13, their answer is 0. The reason is these poles are lying outside the circle. Okay, now guys, are you getting it? We are going into the Cauchy's integral formula now. So whenever you are given a function like this, gz is equals to fz by z minus a. Here my dear, z is equals to a will become a pole. And if this pole is lying inside the region, like I am making once again a curve anti-clockwise like this. This is a curve anti-clockwise. In this region, let us say a point is lying where z is equals to a. And you know z is equals to a is a pole where function is not defined. So then if you are given that integral of fz by z minus a dz, it will be 2 pi iota into f of a. It will be 2 pi iota into f of a. So I am telling you how to do this type of question. This is the question in front of you. This is the case. Okay. So you are having 4z minus 3, z minus 2, z minus 5. What is the step 1 here? If you find this type of question, first step is make denominator is equals to 0. Z minus 2, z minus 5. You would be putting it to be 0. Can you tell me the poles 2 and 5? Is it clear? You are getting 2 and 5. And you can see the equation is mod z is equals to 4. So my dear, mod z is equals to 4 means this is the circle. This is 4, this is minus 4. So you tell me out of both the poles, which pole is lying inside the curve? 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 2. 2 is lying inside the curve, so we can write this as cyclic integral on curve. You can write this function as 4z minus 3 by z minus 5. This is the function, because if this would be the function, answer would have been 0. But we have one more extra pole, that is z minus 2. That is why we can write it like this. You know the answer for this is 2 pi iota into the value of this function. This can also be written as the function fz by z minus a dz. So you know this is our fz. You need to put the value 2 in this. When you will be putting 4 into 2, 8 minus 3. Then you would be putting 4 minus 5. I feel you would be getting the answer as what you are getting. What you are getting, guys? What you are getting for this? Yes, tell me. Sorry, 2 minus 5, not 4 minus 5, 2 minus 5. So answer will be coming out to be 8 minus 3, 5 into 2, 10. 10 pi iota divided by minus 3. So answer is minus 10 by 3 pi iota. Is it clear or not? Please tell me that. Very good, Shreyas and Faninder. Everybody understood this or not? Please tell me that. Guys, do like the session. For you guys, complete mathematics is going on. So do like and share the session. Clear for everybody? Please tell me, shall we move on? If anybody have any doubt, I am going to do all the types of questions in front of you. Okay, this is one type. Now we can also have the condition of more than one poles. For that, how to proceed, that also we will see. Okay. Okay, Hari, what I have done is, you know the equation. Gz is fz by z minus a. This z is equals to a is the pole. Pole means where function is going to be not defined. Okay, you can take it simply. Okay, I'm not going into difficult things and I'm just telling you simply. Where you will find function is becoming infinity, it means that is the pole. So z is, there's z minus a, fz is z minus a. So if you see here, it is 4z minus 3, z minus 2, z minus 5. If you see this entire, then the poles are 2 and 5. But my dear, they are not telling you that the function to be defined universally. They are saying that function to be defined on the curve mod z is equals to 4. When you are taking mod z is equals to 4, that can be plotted as a circle where here it is plus 4, it is minus 4. But the poles are coming 2 and 5. 2 is coming here, 5 is coming here. So 5 is coming outside the curve. So we are, whenever you are saying 5 is coming outside the curve, means integration is not going to go beyond 4. It is not going to go beyond. So we are never going to put z is equals to 5 because here z is always less than 4. So when z is always less than equals to 4, you will never put z is equals to 5. So we can also write this function zz as equals to 4z minus 3 divided by z minus 5. Because z is never 5, this will never become undefined, you would be having z minus 2, like that. So you can write it as fz by z minus a. In the previous format we got it. Okay, so z minus a is the khatre wala point, Hari. So if we are having this, you know the formula, it is 2 pi iota into f of a. So I have done 2 pi iota into what is f? F is this. I have kept z is equals to 2. When you will be putting z is equals to 2, you will be getting this. Answer will be minus 10 by 3 pi I. Clear for everyone? Very good, Veer. Clear for everyone? Moving to the next, guys. Now we are having Cauchy's integral formula for repeated singularity. Repeated singularity means whenever we are having this z minus a to the power something. So if you are having z minus a to the power n plus 1, then it would be 2 pi iota by n factorial and dn by dzn into fz at z is equals to a. So if we are having repeated singularity means in question given or not, dear, it would be given. Question would, this will be given, how otherwise you will be going for that. That's why we are showing it cyclic integral, because the curve is defined. Always it will be given. So when we have this type of question, you know this is simply formula based thing. The formula is going to be like this. I will apply this for you so that you can understand. 2 pi iota by n factorial, then nth derivative of fz and then put z is equals to a. So I am going for it. This is the question. The question is e to the power 2z by z plus 1 ki power 4 and mod z is equals to 3 is defined. First of all, you would be putting denominator z plus 1 ki power 4 is equals to 0. We get z is equals to minus 1, but this is coming for 4 times. You know n plus 1, in the formula we have defined the power n plus 1. So n plus 1 is 4, so n will be coming equals to 3. Now what is the formula? 2 pi iota by n factorial. So you can see, first of all, this root is lying inside the curve or not. First of all, tell me this root, this pole is lying inside the curve or not, inside the region or not. The region is like this, plus 3 to minus 3. You know minus 1 is lying inside. So pole should not lie inside the region. If there is no pole lying inside the region, answer will be 0. But if pole is lying inside the region, you need to use Cauchy's integral formula. If there is no pole lying inside the region, the answer is Cauchy's integral theorem. It will become 0. But if you have any pole lying inside the curve, you need to apply Cauchy's integral formula. And that formula is different for one root, repeated root. This is repeated root. Here 4 is n plus 1. So n we got as 3. Now you know what is the formula? Formula is saying 2 pi iota. The answer for this is 2 pi iota by n factorial, means 3 factorial. Then this is nth derivative, dn by dzn into the function. The function is what? The function f of z. What is the function? What is the function? Yes, what is the function? Function is e to the power 2z. This is the function, na? What is the formula? Formula is saying z, f of z, z minus a ki power n plus 1. So from that function is e to the power 2z. And then finally you need to put z is equals to minus 1. So guys, let us see this 2 pi iota. 3 factorial can be written as 3 into 2 into 1 is 6. Then you are having differentiation how many times? 3 times. d3 by dz3 of e to the power 2z. When you will be differentiating 3 times and z is equals to 1. 3 times will give you 2 into 2 into 2, 8. So you would be getting 2 pi iota by 6 into 8 into e to the power 2z. Z is 1, e to the power 2. So you can see the answer will be coming out to be 2 3 ja 6, 2 4 ja 8. So 8 pi iota by 3 into e ki power 2. Please tell me everybody understood the question or not. Very good, Faninder. Understood this or not? So guys, they are not difficult. The only thing is you should know the way and formula. If you know the way, if you know the formula, it is very easy. If you don't remember formula, it is very difficult. Is it clear for everyone? Clear for everyone? Yes. So guys, do like and share the session. We are moving further. Next question. Next question. Next question, guys. This is interesting. This is interesting. So when you are having this, first of all, you will tell me what are the poles. अब आप करिए. बताइए what are the poles. What are the poles? What are the poles? Okay, I am changing this. Actually, this is z minus 2. This is a misprint. This is z minus 2. Z minus 2. I am writing once again. This is 4z minus 3. Z minus 2. Z minus 3 dz. Okay, so tell me the roots first of all. Slightly misprint was there. Roots are 2, 3. So when you would be writing roots, they are 2, 3. Tell me both are lying inside the curve or not? 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 Very good. So when you get this condition, they are not repeated roots. Here you have two options. Here you would be having two options, guys. One option is you can use the partial fractions. Second option is you have to go with the Cauchy residual theorem. Okay, so first I am telling you how to do this by partial fraction. Then after that we will be entering into the Cauchy's residue theorem. Okay, so how we can solve it? You can write it as 4z minus 3 by z minus 2, z minus 3. We can write it as 1 by z minus 3, 1 by z minus 2 into 4z minus 3. If you see this, can we write it like that? Here it is z minus 2 minus z minus 3, it will become 1 by this. Can we write it like that or not? Please tell me. You need to do, this is said to be the partial fractions. This is said to be the partial fractions. Either you will be converting it into this format. Second way is you would be going for the residue theorem. Everybody can understand that this is nothing but equals to 1 by z minus 2 into z minus 3. Clear for everyone or not? Please tell me that. Clear for everyone or not? Please tell me that. I can write this as this or not. After solving, you are getting it or not? You can see that if you will be solving it, 1 by z minus 3 minus 1 by z minus 2. You can write it z minus 2, z minus 3. Here it is z minus 2 minus of z minus 2. you would be getting it to be 1 by z minus 2 z minus 3. Now it is very easy for you. You were integrating it, you have to integrate this. So we can write it as cyclic integral of 4z minus 3 by z minus 3 dz. Then minus sign is there. 4z minus 3 by z minus 2 dz. You can see now I have divided it into the condition where we have two terms with a single pole. That you know how to do this. Now here you can see that if I have cyclic integral of fz z minus a dz, I can write it as 2 pi iota f of a. Am I correct or not? Please tell me that. Am I correct or not? Please tell me that. You can see here, we have already seen this. 2 pi iota f of a. Is it clear for everyone? Is it clear for everyone? Please tell me. So I will be applying that. I will be applying that. I will be applying that. So I can write it as, it is integral 4z minus 3 z minus 3 dz minus 4z minus 3 z minus 2 dz. You know, I would be writing first of all 2 pi iota. What is f of a? You will put 3 here. 12 minus 3 is 9 minus 2 pi I. You will put 2 here. Fz is this now. So 8 minus 3 is 5. So you can write 8 pi iota. Please tell me, everybody understood this or not? I am going slightly faster, I may be. If you find any difficulty, you tell me. I will make my speed slower. I have just done it. 9 minus 5 is 4. Please tell me, everybody understood this or not? Then we are going for the Cauchy's residue theorem. That would be our second last topic. Okay. Please tell me, guys, everybody understood this or not? We have completed 3/4 of the part, only 1/4 is still left. Clear for everyone? Clear for everyone? Please tell me that. Very good. So I want you to do one question now. This is one question you do, then I will tell you how to find out the residue. If you are not going for residue theorem, then also you can solve this question by partial fractions, previous one. Okay. Here this is a simple question. How to do this type of question when you don't have, here fz is 1, it is looking like. Okay, actually this question is z bar. What is z bar? Z bar is conjugate of z. If z is, x minus iota y. This is conjugate of z. Okay, I am helping you here. If you get the conjugate, what you need to do? Cyclic integral dz 3. You will be multiplying it with z divided by the z. Okay. Is it clear for everyone? Is it clear for everyone? You will be multiplying it with z. You will be multiplying it with z and divide it with z. So from that you can write it as z dz divided by 3z minus z into z bar. If you remember, in the fundamentals I told you z into z bar is nothing but mod z ka square. If you still have any doubt, z into z bar is equals to mod z ka square, and here they have given you mod z is 1. So if you can use it, it will be z dz 3z minus 1. You can take 1 by 3 common, z dz z minus 1 by 3. Now this is very easy for you. You can see the pole and you can solve it further. Shivam, I feel you have missed some sessions because I already told you that as the time is very less now, so we have skipped one topic, that is calculus, and that I have informed much before to you. Much before I have told you that you can go for calculus from the previous year's marathons available. Okay, because time is not there for calculus, I need at least 4 sessions. Calculus is a very big part and 4 days are not left for the exam of mechanical. Okay, so that is the reason we could not have that. But you can watch the previous year's marathons are available. No, Laplace will also not be there. Now only probability will be there tomorrow. Tomorrow will be the last class because student requested it to wind up by 31st January. So tomorrow will be the last class at 9 PM for probability. Okay? Yes. I have taken all other topics except calculus and Laplace. Okay, solve this question now, guys. What is the poll? Can anybody? Yes, today there is a previous year's 3 years question session on app that you can join. Last 3 years questions of GATE today on app at 6 PM. So first of all, you can see z minus 1 by 3 is equals to 0. Z will be coming out to be 1 by 3, which is lying in this region, which is 1 and minus 1. 1 by 3 will be somewhere here. So guys, as the pole is lying inside the curve, so what is the answer for that case? You would be saying 2 pi iota into f of a. Here what is f of a? F of a is 1 by 3 into z. So f of a is 1 by 3 into z. 2 pi iota 1 by 3 into z is 1 by 3. So you would be getting it as 2 pi iota by 9. Is it clear for everyone? Is it clear for everyone? Yes, Shreyas. Yes, Vinay. Everybody. Okay, Faninder. I will try for that. Clear for everyone? Okay, I will try one session for that on 1st February. Clear for everyone? Please tell me that. Everybody understood? Shall we move on? Yes. So guys, this was the timetable. So here I would like to make an interesting and important announcement. Most important last 3 years PYQs of mathematics are there at 6 PM today, 30th January. Okay, this is on the BYJU'S exam prep app. Okay, and probability session 31st January on YouTube tomorrow 9 PM. We are having the probability. Moving further, guys. This is the next question. This is the next question. This is a very good question, guys. First of all, cos pi z square by z minus 1 z minus 2 dz is given. Here z is x, z plus iota is 1.5. You can write it as x plus iota y plus iota is equals to 1.5. We can write it as x minus 0 plus iota y plus 1 is equals to 1.5. If you see the center here, center will be 0 comma minus 1 and radius is 1.5. So if you will make this, center is coming here, this would be the circle. This radius is 1.5 and as it is minus 1, this distance is 1. Okay. So guys, if you see the poles of the functions, 1 and 2 are the poles. Now we need to see which pole will be lying inside. So if you see this distance by Pythagoras, let us say this is x1. If you will find out x1, it would be coming out to be square root of 1.5 ka square minus 1 ka square. It would be 1.11. So if this point is 1.11, you know which root will be lying inside. this root will be lying inside. So only one pole is lying inside, z is equals to 1. One pole is lying inside. So you can write this function as cos pi z square divided by z minus 2. This is our function divided by z minus 1. You need to go for cyclic integral for that. You know the answer will be 2 pi iota into f of a. Can you tell me the answer for this? Can you tell me the answer for this? 2 pi iota f of a. You need to put z is equals to 1 in this function. When you will put 1, it would be cos pi divided by 1 minus 1 is minus 2, minus 1. I feel answer will be coming out to be 2 pi iota. Everybody understand or not? अरे मैं fast तो नहीं जा रहा हूं भाई. Am I going with the normal speed? Fast तो नहीं हो रहा है. Fast तो नहीं हो रहा है. Is it clear for everyone? Okay, we have some previous year's gate questions with us. Now we are entering into the Cauchy's residue theorem. Don't worry, that would be the last one. Will you do one more question of this type? This is a good one or not? That's fine, Ashray. तो रिवीजन के लिए ही तो है ये. Okay, now we are moving to the last part, that is Cauchy's residue theorem. And first of all, we will learn how to find out the residues. So actually, this is the same, just you can say another method to solve the integrals with the poles. So if you see the calculation of residues, if you are getting residue of a simple pole z is equals to a, then limit z tends to a, z minus a into fz. That is what you will be doing. And if you are having residue of fz at repeated poles z is equals to a, then the index is n plus 1. What do you mean by index of n plus 1? It means you would be having fz divided by z minus a to the power n plus 1. This is the repeated roots, repeated poles. Then you would be having 1 by n factorial, limit dn by dzn, z minus a to the power n plus 1 of fz. This is how we are going to deal with this type of cases. One by one we will see how to do that. Okay. The very first question in front of you is this. The very first question in front of you is this. First of all, you tell me here 1 minus 2z. Okay. If you see here, how many poles are there? If we have more than one poles, okay, then what would be the solution? That also I am telling you. The solution will be 2 pi iota sum of all residues. Okay, so you can see the very first case xz, 1 minus 2z, z into z minus 1 into z minus 2. First of all, tell me what are the various poles of this function. First of all, tell me what are the various poles of this function. Tell me what are the various poles of this function. What are the poles of this function? Tell me, guys. 0, 1 and 2. Very good. So when you will find out the poles, they are 0, 1, 2. Now you know that answer is 2 pi iota into sum of all the residues. So you need to find out the residue. What is residue? Z minus a fz. So we will go for this one by one. First of all, we will be finding out residue at z is equals to 0. Here this complete would be considered as a function. This complete would be considered as a function. So we would be writing once again limit z minus a into fz. So limit z tends to 0, z minus 0 into 1 minus 2z divided by z minus 0, z minus 1, z minus 2. Z minus 0 will get cancelled out. Now you would be putting this 0 value in the z. You would be getting it 1 minus 0. This is 0 minus 1, 0 minus 2. It will be 2. Are we getting 1 by 2? Are we getting 1 by 2? Please tell me that. The first residue as 1 by 2. Are we getting the first residue as 1 by 2? Please tell me that. Are we getting the first residue as 1 by 2? Yes, very good. Then guys, you will be finding out the residue. Z is equals to 1. So when you will be finding out Z is equals to 1, it is limit Z tends to 1. And you would be writing it as Z minus 1 into 1 minus 2Z divided by Z into Z minus 1 into Z minus 2. You can see Z minus 1 will get cancelled out. When you will put the value as 1, it is 1 minus 2 minus 1 divided by 1 minus 2 is minus 1. Are we getting 1? Are we getting 1? Please tell me that. Are we getting 1? First residue is 1 by 2, second is 1. I feel if you see this is not correct. Okay, maybe correct. The third residue we will be finding out. The third residue is Z is equals to 2. Limit Z tends to 2. And we are going to have this as 1 minus 2Z into Z, Z minus 1, Z minus 2 into Z minus 2. Z minus 2 will get cancelled out. So when you will be putting it 2, it is 1 minus 4 divided by 2 into 2 minus 1 is 1. So are we getting minus 3 by 2? So you can see 1 by 2, 1 and minus 3 by 2. Answer will be C for this. Everybody understood the answer? Everybody understood the case? Please tell me that. So there they were asking only the residues. They were not asking you the solution. Sai Charan, very good. Kunal, very good. Vinay, very good. Everybody understood? Please tell me that. Yes. Now my dear, we are moving further. Once again a question on finding out residues. Residue of function fz at z is equals to 2, where fz is this. You know that poles will be coming out to be 2 and minus 2. And you know these poles are of order what? N plus 1 is 2 for both. So n will be coming out to be 1. You know the formula we have written. This was the formula for repeated poles. 1 by n factorial if the power is n plus 1. dn by dz and z minus a to the power n plus 1 into fz. We are going to do that. So how we would be doing this? We already know n is 1. So you would be writing 1 by 1 factorial. I am just following, okay? Then we are going to have limit z tends to 2. And we are going to have z minus a to the power what? To the power n or n plus 1. To the power n or n plus 1. To the power n or n plus 1. To the power n plus 1. So n plus 1 means 2. Then dn d1 by dzn of this function, that is 1 by z minus 2 ka square. This is z plus 2 ka square. So you know that when you are going to do this, first of all, this is 1 by 1 factorial will be equals to 1, and this z minus 2 ka square will get cancelled out, and then you would be going for, you can see the formula. We are having this z minus, okay, this is dn by dzn will be coming outside, okay. So I am just making it clear for you. You would be writing it in this way. You would be writing it in this way. You would be writing d by dz into z minus 2 का square into fz. Can you see this? Can you see this, guys? Can you see this? I feel some of you have answered it. Just give me a minute. Mic उतर गया है. Okay. So guys, if you see this, z minus 2 का square will get cancel out. And you know 1 by 1 factorial is nothing but 1 into. We would be having limit z tends to 2. This is d by dz of, you can write it as z plus 2 का square, you can write it as z plus 2 की power minus 2. You just need to differentiate it. I feel you would be getting 1 into limit z tends to 2. It is minus 2 will come outside, divided by z plus 2 की power cube. So I feel you can put 2 here, 2 plus 2 की power cube. You would be getting the answer. What you are getting answer? You are getting it minus 2 by 4 की power cube. Minus 2 by 64. Are we getting minus 1 by 32? A is the right answer. Please tell me, guys. Faninder have given the right answer. Shreyas, you got it or not? Shreyas, you got it or not? This is how we will be doing this. The point is, whatever the poles you are having, that terms needs to be cancelled. Then only we can apply the limits. That is the point. For remembrance purpose. Okay? Very good. So answer for this is going to be A. So guys, moving further now to the Cauchy's residue theorem, and before that we have a question like this. So first of all, here they are asking which of the following is the residue. They are asking you which of the following is the residue. They are asking you which of the following is the residue. First of all, you know poles are coming at 1 and minus 2. First of all, you know poles are coming at 1 and minus 2. You will be finding out residue z is equals to 1. And then you will be finding out residue z is equals to minus 2. And you will see which of them is correct. Try this out. Try this out. Try this out, guys. Try this out. Solve it. Let me see how many questions do we have for practice. Yes. So when you will be going for this, first of all, limit z tends to 1. Z minus 1 9 by z minus 1 z plus 2 का square. Okay, and when you will be doing this, this will get cancelled out. 9 by 9. Answer is coming 1, which is not in the option. So next we need to do this. For that, you know what is the procedure? Power is 2. So n plus 1 is 2. N will be 1. So 1 by 1 factorial. Limit z tend to minus 2 d by dz into z plus 2 का square 9 by z minus 1 into z plus 2 का square. Z plus 2 का square will get cancel out. 9 by z minus 1. You can write it 9 outside. Okay. Limit z tends to minus 2. It is going to be minus. This is minus z minus 1 की power minus 1. So you know it will be minus 1 by z minus 1 का square. So when you will be solving this, you would be getting the answer to be what? You would be getting the answer to be minus 1. A would be the right answer. Very good, guys. So with this, we have seen how to calculate the residues, which would be required to apply the Cauchy's residue theorem. Okay. So are we ready for that? Now only we are left with two more questions. Then we will go for the previous year's questions. Okay. Very good, guys. Moving further. Anybody have any doubt, or shall we move further? Anybody have any doubt, or shall we move further? Please tell me that. Anybody have any doubt, or shall we move further? Tell me, tell me, tell me. Great. No response means I am moving further. Okay. So this I have already told you, 2 pi iota, sum of residues of all the singular point. Now we will apply this. This is the question for you. Here you need to evaluate this cyclic integral. Evaluate means you need to find out the value. So first of all, you will be finding out the poles. Poles are 0 and 1. You will find out the residue. Residue at z is equals to 0. Residue at z is equals to 1. This time I am depending on you, that you will be solving it. And then the answer will be 3z plus 4 by z into z minus 1 dz. And you would be saying that 2 pi iota sum of residues. We can do this by the Cauchy's integral formula also. But you know, there you need to go for partial fractions. If you don't know partial fraction, you can go by this. But if you want to go for partial fraction, it would be 1 by z minus 1 minus 1 by z. By that also Cauchy's integral formula will give you the answer. So choice is yours, what you want to use. Choice is totally yours. Okay, answer have been given by Farinder, that is correct one. Vinay also correct one, 6 pi iota. So when you will be finding out residue z is equals to 0. Residue for z is equals to 0. First of all, you will find out residue for z is equals to 0. You know, for that what I am going to do, limit z tends to 0. And then z into 3z plus 4 z into z minus 1. Z is cancelled out. So 3, when you will be putting the value 0, it would be coming out to be, what you are getting the residue, are we getting? This is 3z plus 4 z minus 1. It is minus 4. Then you will be finding out for z is equals to 1. So limit z tends to 1, z minus 1, 3z plus 4 divided by z into z minus 1. Z minus 1 will get cancelled out. You will put 1. This is coming out to be 7. 7 minus 4 is 3. Answer will be 6 pi iota. Clear for everyone, guys? If you want to go for the normal procedure, the same question. 3z plus 4. Z into z minus 1. You know the poles are 0 and 1. And both poles are lying in the circle. So if they are lying in the circle, what you would be doing? You can do it by partial fraction. Cyclic integral. 3z plus 4 divided by z minus 1 dz minus cyclic integral 3z minus 4 z dz. You can check this, because when you will be going for 1 by z minus 1 minus 1 by z, you know that z into z minus 1, this is z minus of z minus 1. So you would be getting 1 by z into z minus 1. So that's what I have done, partial fraction. So you know what to do then? This is the function. This is the function. So when you will be saying 2 pi iota, for this as the function, you will put the value as 1. 3 plus 4 is 7. Minus. Here you will be putting 0. 4. 6 pi iota. Can you see, if you are good at calculations, you can do like that also. This I have done by Cauchy's integral formula. 2 pi iota into function of z. Everybody understood yaar? Same question by residue, same question by Cauchy's integral formula. If you know the partial fractions. क्लियर और नोट? भाई बताओ आया कि नहीं? मैंने दोनों तरीकों से आपके सामने कर दिया. इफ यू रिमेंबर दिस वाज द पार्शियल फ्रैक्शन ना, 2 पाई आयोटा f of a, that is what I have done. Yes, you can play with mathematics यार अगर concept clear है तो. Moving further to the next. This is z minus 2 का square, z plus 2 का square. This you need to evaluate at z minus 1 is equals to 2. Okay, first of all z minus 1 is equals to 2. You need to see x plus iota y minus 1 is equals to 2. X minus 1 plus iota y. Center is coming out to be at 1, 0. So when you will be making this circle, so 1, 0 is the center. So this 2 will become 3 and this will be minus 1. You can see poles are 2 and minus 2. So I feel 2 is lying here, minus 2 is lying outside. So we need not to bother about minus 2, we need to bother about 2 only. Solve it. Solve this question, guys. Solve this question, guys. What would be the answer for this? Cyclic integral dz z minus 2 का square z plus 2 का square. So you know that z is equals to 2 is the pole. So power is 2, 1 by 1 factorial. You need to find out the residue. Limit, this is residue. Limit z tends to 2. D by dz z minus 2 का square dz by z minus 2 का square z plus 2 का square. You would be getting the value of residue and answer will be 2 pi iota residue at z is equals to 2 because minus 2 is not lying. Tell me the answer this time. I am not going to solve this because I have already solved it for you. If you see the previous to previous question, similar questions was there. Solve this. Yes, that is correct. So when you will find out the residue, it will be coming out to be minus 1 by 32. So 2 pi iota minus 1 by 32 minus pi iota by 16. If anybody have any doubt, please ask. If anybody have any doubt, please ask. Very good. Everybody have given the right answer. Wonderful, guys. So moving further for you. Now, guys, you know the last Mega Mock challenge is live. You can appear any day before 2nd of February. The last Mega Mock challenge. You can see where you are lying in the competition. Guys, okay. So this is Taylor series expansion. So guys, from this I have not found much question, but still I am telling you, sometimes they can say you to expand a function. Then f of z can be expanded like f of a, z minus a 1 factorial, this is f dash a, z minus a ka square by 2 factorial, f double dash a, and so on. Okay, so this is said to be the Taylor series. Okay, but this is going to be defined only if the function fz is analytical inside a circle, okay, with the center z is equals to a, then its expansion is given like that. And guys, if we are talking about the Lorentz series, if we are required to expand, like you have seen Taylor series expansion, Lorentz series says if you want to expand fz about a point where fz is not analytical, then you cannot use Taylor series, you have to go for the Lorentz series. And for Lorentz series, if we are defining a curve C1 and C2, okay, like you have two curves, one is C1, other is C2, like that, okay, and they are also concentric, and they are saying radii R1 and R2 more than R1. So for such cases, when that type of closed region will be given, that region can be given like this, okay, this region may be given, center is same. So for such case, it is a plus a1 z minus a plus a2 z minus a ka square plus dash dash, then b1 by z minus a, b2 by z minus a ka square, and so on. Here an is 1 by 2 pi iota f w by w minus a ki power n plus 1 dw, and bn is 1 by 2 pi iota, here it is minus n plus 1. Is it clear? So this is how we can do this, but I don't feel any questions will be there from this. And now we are going to see some previous year's question. In next 15 minutes I will leave you. Let us see some PYQ so that आपका डर खत्म हो जाए कि पेपर में कैसे क्वेश्चन आते हैं. This is a previous year question from very basic, you can see. Yes. Will you solve it, guys? Will you solve this question? This is very easy. I feel this is a question from GATE 2001 too, I feel so. Try to solve it. Try to solve it, guys. Try to solve it. I am giving you time for this. Let me take water. Solve this question, guys. Okay, majority of you have already given the answer, and you have said answer to be root 3 by 2 plus iota 1. Let me check the answer, is it correct or not? Yes, it is correct. So when you will be solving this, you know, integration e to the power it dt. This is integration from 0 to pi by 3. You know, it can be done as integration e की power it by I. Limits are 0 to pi by 3. You can also write it 1 by I e की power it as cos t plus iota sin t. So when you will be putting the values 1 by I, it would be cos of pi by 3 cos of pi by 3 plus iota sin of pi by 3. When you will put 0, it would be coming out to be minus cos 0, because sin 0 will be 0. And now you know we are having denominator iota, you would be having this to be 1 by iota into root 3 by 2 plus iota 1 by 2 minus 1. So you would be solving this now, you would be multiplying it with iota, and after solving you would be getting root 3 by 2 plus iota 1 by 2. Yes, answer is A for this. Next question, guys, is this one. If integral fz evaluated around the unit circle cos z by z, unit circle means you know that. So you need to solve this. I feel it is very easy. Cyclic integral cos z by z into dz. You need to find this. Apply Cauchy's integral formula because pole is existing. They are previous year's question. When you will see this, z is equals to 0 is a pole. Z is equals to 0 is a pole. So when pole is existing, how will you solve this? You know that what we are going to do. This is existing in the circle, na? This is the point. Z is equals to, so this is going to be. Okay, Shreyers have given the answer to be 2 pi I. You know that the answer for this is 2 pi iota f of A. So 2 pi iota, function is cos z, cos of 0. 2 pi iota is the answer. आसान है कि मुश्किल है? जो मैंने आपको कराए उससे तो बहुत आसान है. Whatever I have done for you, it is very easy as compared to that. Yes or no? Are we ready for the next question? A is the right answer for this. This is Cauchy's integral formula. Moving to the next question, guys. An analytical function of a complex variable z is equals to x plus iota y is expressed as this, where I is minus 1 ka square root, u is xy. Then find out the value of v. This type of question I have already done for you. This time I am expecting you to answer. This type of question we have already done in the class. Okay? Try to solve it. Try to solve it. Yes, guys. V is given to you, you need to find out u. Sorry, u is given to us, we need to find out. Del u by del x plus iota del v by del x. You know del u by del x is y plus iota. Del v by del x is minus del u by del y, minus x. Y minus ix. Put y is equals to 0, x is equals to z. Milne-Thomson method. Very good, Farinder. You would be getting f dash z is equals to minus iota z. Okay, minus iota z. So then you will be solving this. Fz is equals to, you will be putting z as x plus iota y, and the answer will be coming out to be C for this. Okay, everybody understood? Please tell me that. Y square minus x square by 2 plus k. Clear for everyone? The same procedure we have done. Okay, now this type of question we have done. Cauchy's integral we have done. Residue theorem we have done. Let us see 2-3 questions from the basics of complex, because that we have not done. Okay, because all these are very easy questions. Like they are asking you the modulus. Try to solve this one. Their previous year's question in mechanical and chemical branch, questions are also coming from basics. Okay, for ECEE they are coming from difficult part only, like coaches part only. But from basic complex number, in mechanical and chemical questions are coming. When they ask you mode of a number where in the denominator also you have iota, you need to convert it. You know that complex number, let us say Z is defined as 3 plus 4 iota, 1 minus 2 iota. What you will do for this? 3 plus 4 iota by 1 minus 2 iota, multiply it with 1 plus 2 iota, divide it by 1 plus 2 iota, and you would be solving it and get the answer now. 3 plus 4 iota plus 6 iota plus 8 iota square divided by 1 minus 4 iota square. You know iota square is minus 1. So 8 iota square is minus 8. So it is minus 5 plus 10 iota divided by, this is 1 minus, this will become 5. Okay, so you would be getting the Z to be minus 1 plus 2 iota. You would be finding out mode of this, minus 1 ka square plus 2 ka square. Answer will be root 5. B will be the answer. I don't know why that much time is required for this. Clear for everyone? Very good, Kunal, Faninder. Is it clear? Shreyas, is it clear? Very good. So guys, let us see 1-2 more questions and then we will close the session. One more question is the product of two complex numbers, 1 plus iota and 2 minus 5 iota. Very easy, yaar. You can do this. This is PYQ. This is not the question added by me. This is PYQ only. So 2 plus 2 iota minus 5 minus 10 iota square. You know, minus 10 iota square will be plus 10. Yes. Clear, guys? Clear, guys? Find out the argument of this. Once again, this is the last question. First convert it. You would be having 1 plus iota square plus 2 iota divided by 1 plus 1. Iota square is minus 1. You would be getting iota. So Z is coming out to be iota. So you can write it as 0 plus iota 1. You can equate it with x plus iota y. And you know tangent theta is y by x. Can you find out the value of theta? That is the argument. Very good, Kunal. C is the right answer. So guys, I went through fast for the easy part. For the difficult part, I went very slowly. So with this, we have completed. I feel for exam point of view, this is the perfect revision which can be done. Okay, and you can see even I have not taken 2 hours. The same way in 1.5 hours, I completed numerical methods. Okay, so very less time I am going to give you the things in a proper manner. Okay. So guys, now the last thing I would like to tell you before closing the session, that today at 6 p.m. we are going to meet. At 6 p.m. we are going to meet for something wonderful, that is PYQs of mathematics of last 3 years. Some important PYQs, not all the PYQs. So we will try to take 30 questions at least. Okay. And after that, tomorrow at 9 p.m. we will be meeting for probability. And with that, we would be closing the mathematics part. And on 1st of February, we have kept a full-length mock test for you, where entire mechanical team will be in front of you. At 11 a.m. we will be starting the test. 1 February is the date. Because 3 Feb you have exam. So we don't want to keep any session on 2nd February. So 1st February will be the last session from our side for you guys. Okay, so goodbye for this particular session. Goodbye.